Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today, what I want to talk about today is the truth about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving usually is a day where a lot of families get together. Um, they cook a whole lot of different foods, and they all gather together and eat, watch football, and just laugh and talk. And also, a lot of people get together and they drink, smoke, and just party and wild out. But for a certain group of people, today is a day of mourning. And those certain group of people, which are the Native Americans, are part of the chosen people of God. Just like people that look like, who you see on the screen, and people that look like me, you and I, we are part of the chosen people of God. I talked about in previous videos that how the Romans ran the chosen people of God out of their homeland. And we ran over there with the Africans because we look a lot like the Africans, and which are, I believe, are the Egyptians. And then the Native Americans ran over, and they had America. America was their home, and they was also into their other god worship, which why things happen to them, because God warned us about this in Deuteronomy 28. Christopher Columbus, the Europeans, seed of Esau, came over here, called himself discovering America. Well, we all know that is not true. And they came over here acting all friendly with the Native American brothers. And the Native Americans was very friendly to them. They showed them how to survive in these super cold conditions, how to hunt, cook. They just showed them a lot. And in them showing them a lot, showing them how to survive, how to cook, how everything is done over here, their whole plan, the Europeans, was to come over here and take the land. But they want to come over here. They didn't want to just come over here and just straight take it. They wanted to act friendly, learn some things, and they learned it out from the Native Americans. Once they gathered all the information that they needed, then they killed off millions, or a large number of the Native Americans. The chief, which is the leader, of course, he came through trying to stop them. He was the first one that they killed, cut his head off, stuck it on a pole to try to take the wheel, to try to take the heart, or the reason to fight from all the rest of the Native Americans once they see their leader was killed and his head on a pole. These Europeans had guns. They was on horses. Where the Native Americans didn't have nothing but bow and arrows. So bow and arrows is not going to work against a gun. They killed us. They did as best they could, the Native Americans, but those Europeans shot them all down with those guns and going on their horses, killing them, which is nothing but cowboys. That's what you get the term cowboys and Indians. So once they killed off so many Native Americans, another one of the leaders of the Native Americans came and he made a deal with the Europeans of like, yo, man, we don't want any more war. Y'all done killed many of y'all. Y'all almost going to destroy all our people. Just let us get a certain piece of land, man, and we're going to leave it alone, man. So they gave the Native Americans a small piece of the land and just took over everything else. And then they called that day the day of Thanksgiving. They called that day of Thanksgiving. They celebrated, they partied, they kicked it, a lot like we do. And then Abraham Lincoln made it a national holiday, which they already had made it a holiday, basically. So when you're celebrating Thanksgiving with your family, eating food and drinking and having a merry good time, you're celebrating, honestly, the destruction of Native Americans. A mass genocide, a mass killing of Native Americans. And then every Thursday, or every fourth Thursday, the day that they celebrate Thanksgiving, the day they celebrate the genocide of killing off the Native Americans and conquering this land that they stole, they have a football game with the Cowboys play. And the Cowboys usually win. because the Cowboys was the one that basically referencing or a symbolization of the Cowboys killing the Indians. And the Cowboys, a lot of times, usually you see them play the Commanders, which were the Redskins. It's funny how they throw that right in your face. And a lot of us know this, and a lot of us don't know this. A lot of us will hear this, and, forget it. This guy, he wants to play the Grinch every time. But there's no way we should be celebrating a mass genocide of a people, a land they just took, and they were friendly to those people. That's why I put that video up of Lupe Fiasco, Unforgivable Youth, what he's talking about exactly what happened to the Indians. I suggest you guys check that song out. So today, since a lot of us off our jobs and they give us these days off, I guess it's the people already cook, eat with your family, enjoy your family, but tell your family the truth about this day. Even do a moment of silence to recognize those who were killed. I'll take my head off. The day some of those were killed in a genocide during this day. It's really honestly not a day to celebrate a mass genocide or destruction of Native Americans. I thought I'd just give you guys this video and tell you guys about this. Once I really think about it, and the good Lord and Jesus always wake me up and talk to me and speak to me on things. Man, it really shook me up and made me kind of sad. You want to hang out with your family and kick it with your family, but when you really think about this, man, a large mass of people almost totally destroyed, killed by savages. And then they call those folks savages. They turn that stuff around. Y'all, man, you all have a blessed and prosperous day. Peace, and love. God bless you.